the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. The always busy and popular East 4th Street here in Cleveland. Our setting today is just at the end of that block. Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports, a special Martin Luther King Day edition. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Kevin Love has dramatically improved his perimeter shooting over his career, but he said, I've tried not to fall in love with it too much. Where I'm going to make my money is also rebounding. That's a stat I always look at because it can help a team win even when the shot's not falling. Kevin?
Great attitude. His work inside, a big part of it, DA. Thanks. And here's what the Cleveland Cavaliers schedule looks like. On Thursday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards. And then on Saturday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls.
And for that matchup with the Pelicans, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
So the New York starting five, it's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Payton is out there with Barrett, and it's Harkless in at the 3, the small forward. And for Cleveland, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Porter is out there with Larry Nance, and it's Drummond in at the 5 down low. And so off the tip, it's New York. Now, here's Barrett, defended by Sexton. And here's Barrett. Harkless with the bucket. Harkless has got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for the Knicks.
And for the Cavs, their #1 goal is to identify a young superstar to build around.
Yeah, they've had a nice collection here of guys that they hope step up and step out. Cleveland's only 2 Rookie of the Year award winners have been LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. Franchise changers hard to find.
Garland, no good. And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That's his first foul. And here are the Knicks. Last time they met in New York.
Yeah, they cruised to a win in these teams' last encounter, and their field goal percentage was off the charts.
Randall, no good. Sexton deciding where to go with it. To the inside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, the Knicks had a lot of turnover trading for expiring contracts. They did what they could to accommodate the wishes of a lot of vets.
Yeah, the problem right now for the Knicks is they're not inviting to a lot of free agents, and that's really where they're trying to make their play. So fascinating over the course of the past decade that New York has not been able to attract the top-tier talent. So building through the draft, Coach Fizdale hopeful that they'll land a star one way or another.
First free throw is good. A lot of trade rumors beginning to swirl now, Brent. Several teams out there trying to add talent, and sometimes it comes at the expense of team chemistry.
It can, and I think teams who are very, very aware of their potential to be into the playoffs are careful to tinker with that. If they know they're going to have an opportunity to play in the postseason, the additions that they have to make, Kevin, they have to understand that that player coming in is great for us, but how is it that that player comes in? Who does it affect in our locker room?
Or they make a trade or don't make a trade because they're worried about team chemistry and how it'll be affected.
Exactly. Yeah. But again, I'll go back to an addition sometimes into a locker room with just that talent may affect the talent you already have. And if you're really cognizant of that fact, sometimes not making the deal is the best deal to make.
Harkless, tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively. Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Knicks have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Payton passes to Harkless. Outside Robinson. There's the three. Aaron Nance comes up with the rebound. Here's Porter. Robinson pulls it in.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
Now Porter. His last outing, he had 18 points. The shot by Sexton, no good.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Robinson misses. And here are the Cavaliers. Nance outside. Here's Sexton. In the game against Chicago, very impressive. And pushing it up, here's New York. No one near Payton as he lets it go. New York, no good that time either. Cavaliers leading. There's Garland. Randall grabs the board. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the Knicks, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
Yeah, drawing fouls is tough, but the important part about that is when you get to the free throw line, you got to turn those into points, and it might have cost them in that last ball game, missing all those chippies.
Barrett, no good. Cleveland with the ball. Here's Porter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Elfrid Payton.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Cavaliers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Shooting 2.
No good on that one. And he's good on the second. And the Cavaliers this summer selecting point guard Darius Garland with the 5th overall pick. The second-year man Colin Sexton already on the roster. Greg, how do you see the fit between these two players?
Well, I mean, both are 6'2". The questions will come at the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, both show great promise as shooters, very scoring-minded guards, reminiscent possibly of a Lillard-McCollum pairing for the Blazers, which could be a roadmap for the Cavs.
And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Now here's Payton. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Back to Robinson. They need this one. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Andre Drummond picks one up. The Knicks shooting their first free throws of the game.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
The first one falls. Robinson hits them both. Here's Sexton. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. He kicks it to Porter. Now Now here's Drummond. Shot clock at 6. Back to Porter. Up again. They get it again. And another shot. And that one hits back iron. New York trailing. Payton with the ball. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Now here's Harkless. Guarded by Porter. Payton passes to Robinson. Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Now here's Sexton. Pass to Drummond. Back to Porter. Passes it to Sexton. The Cavaliers again can't hit.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
That one good for 2.
Man, sometimes it feels like Barrett wants it more than anyone else on the floor.
Garland, the pass to Drummond. Over Robinson. Some solid defense from Robinson.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Now Sexton after R.J. Barrett's three-pointer that didn't go.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Knicks have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. That free throw missing.
Well, we've seen indications of Payton and his all-around game, but we just would want to see the evolution of the shot come along, just more consistent from the outside. That's the next step.
He hits the second from the line. The Cavaliers trail by 4. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Nance. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
The man was wide open there, and Julius Randle understood the timing to get him the ball to get that score.
And he's flourishing as a scorer. But, Brent, how does Julius Randle take that next step?
Well, I think, Kevin, if he keeps improving on his consistency shooting from that 10-foot to 16-foot range where guys are daring him to shoot and not wanting to deal with him driving into them. You know, last year he went up 6 percentage points from 35% to 41% in that 10 to 16-foot range. You keep seeing that kind of improvement, the growth in his game is going to come. Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
The energy Barrett plays with puts defenders on their heels. He's really good at forcing the opposition's hand.
That one is off. And, Greg, talking to scouts about R.J. Barrett, they love the athleticism. But what makes him especially good is the work ethic and the confidence.
Yeah, some elite prospects will take plays off. This guy never does. He's not one that sits around and reads his press clippings. He's a warrior, a leader, and he's proven to be a winner.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Yeah, and in that game, it turned into a massive scoring night. It wasn't so much about the game plan as it was establishing early confidence to get that win.
Now here's Love. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. And it goes down 2 points.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Knicks.
Here's Smith. It's rebounded by Cleveland. And here's Exum. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. It's good. New York leading by 3. Smith outside. From downtown, Exum pulls it in. Pass to Knox. The pass to Portis. Good D from Love.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. Here's Garland. Here's Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Justin Thompson with some force on that one.
And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Pass to Barrett. Puts up a 3. Exum pulls it in.
Been a struggle for him tonight, but if they can make this lead hold up, he can just chalk this up as one of those nights.
And we can look quickly at a group of rookies having a very good run. The top scoring first-year players in the NBA for the past 10 games. Second, R.J. Barrett.
And, you know, they've given him some more responsibility offensively in these past 2 weeks. He's responded.
No good on the free throw.
We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA. And really, Tristan Thompson led that way. The 4th pick back in 2011. Thompson was, at that point, the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history.
Dotson's checked in for the Knicks. And it's tied up with that one. And Thompson may have led the way for Canadians. But as far as where the league is going, Greg, he's a throwback player.
I mean, a rebounder and rim runner. His game is built on toughness and hustle.
Here's Dotson. He averages about 5 points a game. They grab their own miss.
Well, it's one thing to play good defense, but then to alter the shot and get the rebound, that's a good day's work.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. They're having trouble stopping this run.
And the more trips they continue to come up empty, the more the pressure builds on them.
Here's Knox. He's coming off a 10-point game against Philadelphia. 6 on the shot clock. Smith with it. Garland picks him up. New York, no good that time either.
Well, he's just really struggling right now with everything he's throwing up. Nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
Floats one up. Hodgson can't hit.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Portis against Love. Shoots over Portis, and Kevin Love, the bucket with the assist by Exum. And the Cavaliers lead by 4. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. You know, Brett, there may be more of an emphasis on team defense than ever before. Who are some of the better help defenders that you've scouted in the NBA?
I put Rudy Gobert #1 on this list because when you think about help defense, usually you're yelling it from the perimeter. And the reason that you're yelling it, Kevin, is that the player that you were trying to instruct or move a certain way has gotten by you. And the help call out is for somebody to be at the basket.
Rudy
Gobert does that better than anybody in the league. That's why the Utah Jazz have a chance to grow and go deeper into the playoffs. They got a back line of defense, and Gobert is pretty tremendous.
I love the guys, and Beverly might be in this category, and Smart might be in this category. They can guard down low. They give a little hedge out top, and they get back down again where they're supposed to be.
Well, those guys do a great job of harassing out there.
Yes,
So it's a little bit different in terms of help defense, on-ball defense, the way that Beverly and Marcus Smart and Paul George to that end are able to pester guys. That's one thing, but I'm yelling help because something's gone terribly wrong. Give me Gobert to fix that.
Knicks trail by 6. Here's Dotson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. They can't stop the run with that one. Garland with it. He's against Smith. Garland, no good.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot, just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
Now here is Smith following the miss by Kevin Love. Here's Knox. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. It's good.
And how about that exhale there? Finally gets one to fall through 6 attempts.
29 seconds left to play here in the first. Love up top. Lets it go from deep. Offensive rebound. Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
Well, that's what Tristan Thompson does best, just working the glass and working the D over.
Shot from free throw range. The Cavaliers pull it in.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Clearly a foul.
For Cleveland, they have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2.
Shoot 2.
Free throw good. Garland. And so he hits both. Lets it go with a 3. The shot, no good. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Right back after this break. Bobby Portis, who's known for his work ethic, said he learned a lot from his mother.
She gets up at 3, 4 in the morning and gets off at 1, 2 in the evening. You know, she works hard for her 4 boys. You know, she bears herself off daily. And, you know, I always try to pride myself in hard work also because how hard she worked for me.
And she was a basketball player in her own right. Greg, a scholarship at Jackson State University.
Yeah, and gave up basketball when she had Bobby, but she encouraged him to pursue his dream, and she said now she's living her dream through him.
And welcome back to the 2K Sports broadcast of the NBA, celebrating Martin Luther King Day. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
On the court for the Knicks, Knox out there with Taj Gibson. Then it's Dennis Smith. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Dotson in at the shooting guard position. And he knocks down the first one. so he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Now the shot clock resets to 14 seconds on an offensive rebound. Brent, you like that change?
I think digging into the numbers a little bit, Kevin, it only affects about 3% of total possessions.
Is that all?
Yeah, throughout the course of the year, not in any given game. So it's very, very,
no kidding,
very, very minimal what happens. But what I like is that, you know, players have to reset quickly with 14 on the clock. And I think coaches are starting to think about how it is they might have quick sets as opposed to getting the ball to the top of the key and trying to run through a traditional set. Maybe you have quick sets after the reset to get yourself a better shot.
More strategy. And that's a foul called on Ante Zizic. That's his first foul. Sexton, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Knicks trail by 14. It's Portis atop the key. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. The shot off the left rim and out. Now Cleveland shooting a pretty low 34% thus far. Sexton up top, covered by Smith. Here's Osman. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Chicago. Clock at 4. The shot by Sexton, no good. Here we go, one-on-one. Count that one, and the Cleveland lead has been cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Smith.
Completing the break there, Dennis Smith Jr. looking to run.
Now, here's Sexton. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. And Thompson kicks to Osman. Clock at 6. Baseline J on the way. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Smith finds Portis. Here's Dotson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson. The Knicks shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. First one falls for the Cavaliers. Drummond's checked in for Zizic. Nance comes in for Tristan Thompson. And Porter subbed in for Jetty Osman. And a new group in for the Knicks. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Bobby Portis. Julius Randle comes in for Taj Gibson. Maurice Harkless is checked in for Kevin Knox. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Dennis Smith. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, we all know that circumstances and time changes everything. In Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. thought he was going to be the cornerstone. But with the arrival of Luka Doncic, everything changed. The promising point guard was traded to the Knicks, and Smith said it was important. It's a big opportunity, and I've just got to make the most of it. But Kevin, we know one thing in New York, the ball is back in Smith's hands.
And DA, that's when he is at his best. Thank you. Now, here's Sexton. After Mo Harkless's miss. Porter dishes to Exum. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. If you were commissioner, Brent, of the NBA, would you add or alter any rules right now?
Wow. First of all, I think you get to fly on a really nice plane wherever you're going, and you get to go to any game you want to.
Yeah.
So sign me up
with
for that job.
With courtside seats, by the way, too.
Add or alter any NBA rules. I think the game is in a pretty good place right now, Kevin. And there's not much that I think is out there for us to change.
It seems like All-Star Weekend and the length of the season seems to be two pretty prominent things that continually come up.
Yeah, and as far as the question, I guess my head was going to things that are on the floor.
I was thinking that too, but I couldn't think of anything that really...
On the floor, it's tough to figure out something that could be adjusted. And I know Adam Silver and David Stern before him, all of their concern mostly is about
the game,
the optics of the game.
Yes, yes.
And right now, it's in a pretty good spot.
It's very pleasing to watch, there's no doubt. Knicks trail by 14. Now Harkless. Kicks to Barrett. Randall against Nance. 6 to shoot. Randall passes to Harkless. Over Porter. New York, no good that time either.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Now here's Harkless. Payton outside. Lets a floater go, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And the foul called on the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Knicks have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. That one is off. Good on the second free throw. Sexton with it. No points in the game yet for him. He kicks to Nance. There's Porter with the 3. The shot, no good. And New York will come the other way. Randall down low, defended by Sexton. Randall with the bucket.
Well, fleshing out his offensive attack here. Randall comfortable from that range to knock one down.
And here's Sexton. Here's Exum. Pass to Drummond. Here's Sexton. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And he has not made one shot in this one. Has to be on his mind every time he's pulling up.
In transition, here come the Cavaliers. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Nance is just such a cerebral player out there. Does a good job of trying to be a threat with the assist.
Knicks trail by 15. Pass to Harkless. To the middle. It's stolen by Nance. Here's Porter. It's rebounded by Payton. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. To the paint. Here's Randall. Here's Robinson. It's deflected.
More of this from Larry Nance Jr. rising up and tossing that one away.
Shot clock at 5. Tries yet again. And the basket by Payton.
Where was the D on that one? Just too easy.
The Cavaliers leading by 13. Now Sexton. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Drummond finds Nance. Out left to the wing. Here's Exum. The good-looking shot from the wing. And the Cavaliers lead by 15.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Now here's Payton. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Here's Robinson trying to get open as Randall. Robinson misses. The Cavaliers have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Porter. No good on the second free throw. Knicks trail by 16, and now the Knicks on the break. All going up court. Back to Harkless. Knocked away. Exum with it. Guarded now by Harkless. A nice shot by Exum.
And just a great second quarter for them after such a difficult first, bringing that field goal percentage up from below 30 and now with the lead.
The Knicks shooting is definitely lagging at the moment. They're just 30% in the second quarter. Now here's Harkless, guarded by Porter. Harkless with it. Shot clock at 6. Heaton. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Great shooters. Boy, can they make or break you down the stretch. Here's the league's top shooters right now. Larry Nance is second.
And just so reliable offensively. It's one thing to find good looks, but you've got to finish when you get them, and he does at a fantastic rate.
And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That's his first foul. A different look now for Cleveland. Love comes in for Nance, and it's Garland in for Dante Exum. Here's Robinson. He's coming off a 10-point game against Philadelphia.
And he also positioned himself perfectly to grab all those rebounds, guys. Can't forget about the fundamentals.
Shot clock at 3. Here's Randall. From down in the low post, it goes.
Yeah, Randall's not passing that one up. Fantastic job at converting when he's got the kind of position like that.
The pass to Garland. And here's Porter. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Sexton's shot is good.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Knicks trail by 19. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Porter with the steal. One-on-one here. It's blocked.
This has to energize Barrett. He needs to keep bringing this type of intensity to the defensive end.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Here's Garland. Following the basket by Julius Randle. Feeds it to Sexton. Over Barrett. Sexton's shot is good. Sexton's got his second basket of the night.
Sexton looking good from that spot on the floor.
Payton looking around. He feeds it to Barrett. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. As Garland picks one up. And for a lot of these kids, Greg, it's interesting how quickly teams expect them to get up to speed. Case in point, R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, I mean, he had only the 1 year of college, already being asked to produce. Fortunately, he's very mature for his age and generally plays up to the level of competition.
And the first one at the line is good.
Born in Toronto, Barrett joins a talented group of Canadians who have entered the NBA ranks.
Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Osman comes in for Sexton. And then for New York, Portis, he's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Kevin Knox comes in for Harkless. And it's Dennis Smith in for Payton. And he makes both free throws. The Cavaliers leading by 17. Here's Garland. Pass to Love. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Osman. And there's another one for the Cavaliers. And the Knicks with possession here. To the left side wing. Here's Randall. New York, no good that time either. Cleveland's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Garland, the pass to Love. Here's Thompson, tries again. Left block shot on the way, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Here's Knox. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Down low. Smith, no luck. The Cavaliers leading by 19 points. And there's a minute 45 left in the first half. Here's Love. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Love's got 8 points.
Yeah, pretty much lost there defensively. Maintaining his textbook form, Kevin Love spots up and knocks it down.
Now here is Smith, guarded closely. Barrett kicks to Portis. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Inside, it's stolen by Randall. And here's the fast break. Randall leading it all the way. Misses from short range. The Cavaliers shooting in the second quarter has been superb. 58% from the field. And finished off by Porter.
Oh, big finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. There's the dish to Randall. There's 49 seconds left in the second quarter.
I've not seen him shoot this poorly, guys, in a game this season.
Now, here's Garland, covered by Smith. Here's Thompson. He gets it in there. 7 points in the game.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first half.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Passes it to Knox. Poked away. 6 on the shot clock. And Porter comes to help. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Here's Garland. Over Smith. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Cleveland holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. From one Kevin to another, you guys were dominant in that first half and you have a big lead, but do you forget about that in the second half?
Oh yeah, we got to treat it like a 0-0 game. I know we're going to stay in the locker room. We got to come out and win the third quarter. If we do that, we feel like we'll be okay. But like I said, this team is tough. We know they're capable of coming back.
Well, we'll see what happens, Kevin. Thanks. Now back to the other Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. It's Cleveland out on top at halftime. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, what did you see from them?
They've done a lot of things well, but the way they've taken care of the basketball, valuing each possession, so critical to the tempo, so crucial to the offensive flow. They've got a great rhythm, as smart and as safe as they're playing. They made it clear they're not going to beat themselves today.
Shaq, what did you think about New York?
Their field goal percentage reminds me of Kenny's breath. Brutal. Not reading the defense, not getting enough quality looks. They need to make major changes because the system they ran in the first half was not working.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
Happy Martin Luther King Day, everyone, and welcome back as we get going again here at 2K Sports. It's been a clinic out there by Dante Exum.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Thanks again for joining us, and welcome back to our special Martin Luther King Day presentation of the NBA. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Tristan Thompson is out there with Andre Drummond, and it's Porter in at the 3. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And there's the foul. It'll go on Mo Harkless. That's foul number 2 for him. Sexton up top. On the wing, Porter. Clock at 6. Drummond trying to get himself free. That's good from Porter on the assist by Sexton.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
The Knicks shooting a dismal 20% for the game. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much. Now here's Payton. Defense right on him. Outside Robinson. Down low. Shoots from 12. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Drummond's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Sexton the pass to Drummond. Robinson with the block. Randall outside. Looking to get back on track here. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Shooting 1.
Well, so strong, and when he gets that straight line drive, Kevin, he's going to go right at anybody that's in his way to get contact.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. Larry Nance is checked in for Tristan Thompson.
One shot.
That one misses for Randall.
After being picked 7th out of Kentucky back in 2014 by the Lakers, you remember Julius Randle, an auspicious start to his career, breaking his leg on his very first NBA game. That has not deterred him. Moved from LA to New Orleans, now to New York, an offensive force continuing to improve.
Now here's Payton. Pass to Harkless. And here's Barrett. Over Garland. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
So far, Kevin, the third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. And now it's time for the Rookie Watch with this season's assist leaders. This is the newest crop of playmakers in the NBA. In the third spot, Darius Garland. And, of course, R.J. Barrett.
It's been a grand entrance to the NBA for both of these players. I mean, I think we could be seeing 2 of the next great playmakers in our league.
That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. And it's 8 points for R.J. Barrett.
Well, you risk getting torched when somebody's open. Payton's skilled enough to find the open man.
Garland kicks to Sexton. Now the pass to Garland. He dishes it to Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
With a large frame and a willingness to get physical, Drummond's a relentless rebounder.
For New York, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Here's Payton. Softly drops in the floater. Payton's got his second bucket of the night.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard him and where your point of commitment is.
Now here's Garland. To the inside, 6 to shoot. And here's the fast break. Randall leading it all the way. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Nance has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Got to be cautious around Sexton. He's very good at seeking out contact and did it there. Colin Sexton describes himself as a combo guard who likes to stay in attack mode and is very explosive. When he sees a gap and he gets into seams, he gets down there and tries to make some things happen.
2.
Free throw good, Sexton. And Sexton a combo guard. Thus far more of a scorer than probably a playmaker.
I think that's really what he's aiming for. He likes to watch film on Russell Westbrook and James Harden, and as we know, Kevin, watching those two play, they are very hungry and thirsty to score on a nightly basis. I think that's where Colin is pretty much laying the foundation of his game.
He hits both from the stripe. You know, some people, Brent, have compared the hard-nosed Colin Sexton to Russell Westbrook. What do you think?
I think that might be overshooting it a little bit. Russell is Russell, quite frankly, but at 6'2" with those long arms, is he a bigger version of maybe Eric Bledsoe, who played his early years with the Clippers and now with the Bucks, where he can get out and defend, use that body and size a little bit to bowling ball his way into the interior and make some things happen.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Payton finds Robinson. Now here's Randall. Payton outside. Stolen by Garland. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Nance with no one around. That 3 off the mark. The Knicks have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Stolen by Exum. Oh, Nance in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Yeah, you can throw it just about anywhere for Larry Nance Jr., and then he'll know what to do with it.
And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for New York. Pass to Robinson. Passes to Barrett. Over Sexton. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And he overshot that one, missing. New York shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Back to Payton. Some nice passing by New York here. Another shot. Randall no good, but they'll get another chance. For Cleveland, they've gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Exum's shot is off.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Dante Exum.
You know, Elfrid Payton still has that size at the point guard, which can be difficult for a diminutive guard. He uses it that time to draw contact.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Payton. And Cleveland making a change here. Osman's checked in. Taj Gibson's checked in for the Knicks. Damian Dotson comes in for Maurice Harkless. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Here's Exum. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got 7 rebounds in the game. Now, here's Barrett. He's guarded closely.
And with this kind of momentum behind him, Barrett, a terror. Love seeing him hammer it home.
Pass to Exum. Here's Osman. There's the pass to Sexton. Over Payton. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
Here's Payton, and it's sent back by Drummond. And Nance kicks to Osman. Here's Dotson. Sexton grabs the board. Cavaliers have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far, just above 50%. And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That'll be his second foul of the game. So for the Knicks, Portis, he's checked in for Julius Randle. Kevin Knox comes in for Barrett. And it's Dennis Smith in for Payton. Here's Sexton. He's got 7. Smith with it. He's picked up by Nance. And it's sent back by Drummond. Now Sexton. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Well, few players in the NBA are as scary as Dennis Smith Jr. when he has speed towards the rim.
Smith just attacks with a ferociousness when he puts the ball on the floor. It can leap out of the building and strong enough to dunk over and through just about any player. Still developing the rest of his game, but you like his aggression when going to the hoop.
Free throw good, Sexton.
Well, Sexton has tremendous athleticism and a great motor. It's about now being a floor general in this new system.
Love's checked in for Cleveland. He's perfect from the line this time.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
New York's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Smith dishes to Gibson. Pass to Dotson. Just 5 on the clock. And it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for New York. Shoots from the elbow. That one wide left.
Well, that's a shot right there. He's going to hit 9 times out of 10. We just saw the 10% he doesn't make.
Here's Sexton, and he uses the glass on the layup. Sexton's got 6 here in this quarter.
Like the attacking mindset, not waiting for something to happen. Instead, creating it himself was Colin Sexton.
Here's Smith. Count it. Smith's got 6. And so it's Cleveland with it. Now here's Sexton. He's got 11. Passes it to Exum. Now here's Love. Over Gibson. The offensive rebound. And then Love with the jam.
How about Kevin Love taking it out on the rim a little bit there?
New York shooting a rough 22% so far in this one. Pass to Smith. Kicks to Gibson. And it's Gibson finishing it off.
And not a guy known for style points when it comes to throwing one down, but every once in a while, Kevin.
Greg, why don't we see more dunks like that from him? He's certainly got the size for it.
I don't think really that's his personality. Sometimes he's just waiting for things to happen, and other times he's in attack mode.
Sexton's shot is good.
Trying more and more to utilize the three-pointer. It's a good idea. That's his second 3 of the game, 1 in each half.
The Knicks shooting not looking too good out there in the second half, right around 32%. Smith kicks to Portis. Three-pointer. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Portis. Let's take a moment to see the squads that have been the most dominant on the glass this season. The Cavaliers 5th.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
The pass to Drummond. Unloads from 13. Exum. They shoot again, and the layup good by Love. 12 points for him.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Pass to Knox. Smith outside. Lets the 3 fly. Portis can't get it to go. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. For the finish, and Love throws it down.
Kevin Love can score from everywhere, and it's hard to figure out a way right now for this defense to slow him down.
Smith with it. 6 points for him. We've got 1:55 left in the third. Here's Dotson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. New York, no good that time either.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Now here's Sexton. 14 points for him. 1:09 left to play in the third. Here's Osman. That shot is off. The Knicks go the other way with it. Here's Dotson. Smith outside. And it's good. 2 points. Smith's got 8.
That wasn't easy. Dennis Smith Jr. with a high degree of difficulty on that one.
Now here's Sexton. Covered by Smith. Exum deciding where to go with it. Puts it up from 7. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got 4 rebounds in this game. High arcing shot. Knocks the pass to Dotson. Smith with it, picked up by Love. Floats one, and it's Smith missing.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And he gets the bucket. 16 points for Colin Sexton.
Closer Sexton gets to the basket, the more dangerous he can become, and the defense has got to recognize that.
Here's Smith. Off target. And so it's Cleveland, sitting on a lead of 40 points at the end of the quarter. Terrific play. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
And thanks for joining us again, folks. 2K Sports broadcasting here on MLK Day, bringing you the NBA. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Ntilikina out there with Wayne Ellington. Then it's Taj Gibson. And it's Trier in at the small forward.
Taj Gibson's postgame continues to improve, that time showing a nice touch.
Well, Cleveland shooting 47%, pretty solid. Dellavedova scanning the floor. Windler the pass to Dellavedova. Here's Zizic, defended by Gibson. 8 feet away. Again, the Cavaliers score.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. There are many players now signing shorter contracts in free agency. You've talked about this a lot. Does it make it harder or easier for the super teams?
Well, I think it makes it easier because all of a sudden a star player from another team becomes available that you could latch him on to somewhere else.
Any examples you could throw out there that
I don't want to get into the specifics.
Okay,
of it.
I understand.
I think we've seen it over the past 3 or 4 years with some of our star guys. And
yes.
I don't fault them because they're getting smarter. Players are a lot smarter about what it is that they can do with having the very few times, Kevin, that you have a say in your career as to where it is that you're going to play, and more importantly, the potential for what it is that financially you can make.
And playing for a championship.
For a championship, for potentially the opportunity to play with somebody who you've always thought you could either elevate their play or they could elevate yours. This is not going away anytime soon.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
And he can't get the first one.
Tristan Thompson is one of the best offensive rebounders in the NBA. So to do that, you can't be afraid to throw your weight around.
So he comes up empty, missing both. And bird right's an important element in structuring the salary cap. Can you tell the viewers exactly what that means?
What it means, Kevin, is you have the ability to go into the above the tax to sign your own player, and so it doesn't cost you in terms of tax dollars. So if player finishes his season, you have bird rights on that player. You can negotiate a number that's not going to impact your bottom line and cut into your salary cap. So very important when teams are maneuvering around and trying to get players on their roster for a season or two, that after that second season or third season over, that the bird rights still remain for them to extend him even further to keep him around the culture.
Here's Trier. The Cavaliers making the shot. With the teardrop, he's off on that one. Good D by Thompson. The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Elvedova, the pass to Windler. Can't get it to fall. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Cavaliers shooting 47%, pretty solid. Out to the wing. Passes to Thompson. From outside the arc, another 3 for Cleveland.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
The Knicks shooting a pretty pitiful 25% in this game. Offensively, they can't get anything going. With some arc, Ntilikina can't hit. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. A baseline J. Knicks with the rebound. Ellington dishes to Gibson. Here's Ntilikina. He's covered by Thompson. And here is Ellington. Shot clock at 6. There's Trier with the 3, and the Knicks miss again. Now Dellavedova to the paint. Here's Windler. A second chance effort. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And playing with the lead, you can see they're making a much more concerted effort to work the ball inside here in the second half.
When people talk about a player's mileage limit, do you think total games is the most accurate assessment in that?
I don't think so, Kevin.
What is it?
It's the amount of minutes that the players play.
Yeah.
I mean, there are plenty of studies out there that teams are digging around on that when players reach. And trust me, they got to be lucky, but you're talking 35,000, 40,000 minutes in the league. That the body is just not capable at that point of replicating the things that it's done year in and year out. So forget about the games. Go to total minutes played. That's where you'll find the biggest fall off for some of your favorite players that have amused and entertained you for years.
Interesting. And the Knicks miss again. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Windler with the bucket. And it's the Knicks with the ball. Here's Ntilikina. Pass to Gibson. Trier in the corner. To stop the run. Nailed from three-point land. Trier's got 5 points in the quarter.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Thompson outside. And the pass to Windler. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And that's a foul called on Ante Zizic. That's foul number 2 for him. New York's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Pass to Trier. Takes a 3. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 16th rebound on the night. To the middle. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. Taj Gibson picks one up.
Tristan not worrying in the least about the defense that time, just powering through.
Brent, when a team hires a new coach, what tends to be the feelings of the players in that locker room, knowing there's a new voice in there?
If you are a veteran player, you have the opportunity, more than likely, Kevin, to call 5 or 6 resources that know who that coach is. Because most of the time, coaches that are getting hired have previous NBA experience. If you're a younger player, you're looking at what it is that's being written and said about that coach to try to evaluate how it is that you're going to fit in. The biggest responsibility, Kevin, is that new coach trying to get as many of those players into the facility or at a meeting or at a dinner to have them understand from day one, as soon as possible, what it is that they're about, what it is he's expecting from them, and how it is he's going to go about them. Then all the other things about guesswork, those go away.
Right, all about communication.
That communication, and communication as quick as you possibly can, that's an important factor.
Yes. Here's Trier. Tristan Thompson picking up that last bucket. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Nance is checked in, and a switch here also for New York. Robinson's checked in for Knox. Here's Windler. And another miss by Cleveland.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Outside for Robinson. Back to Trier. They get a hand on it. The three gets it to go from beyond the arc. Trier's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for New York. For Cleveland, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. High post try. Dellavedova, that's good.
Working hard in the mid-range area. If Delly can get that going more consistently, that'll help.
Now here's Ellington. Passes it to Trier. Off target from outside.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's McKinney. Dellavedova, the pass to Nance. Robinson with the block. Ellington with it. Pass to Ntilikina. Baseline jumper. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Nance has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Dishes to Dellavedova. Robinson with the block. They get it back. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Here's Windler. Brent, we have seen some international showcase games the last few years. Do you like that trend?
Oh, absolutely. I like the fact that our league, we know how global it is with how many players from different countries are represented throughout the rosters around the league. But for our game to travel around to London and to Mexico City and have an opportunity for those fans to see what NBA basketball is like, I think it's an absolute win for the NBA.
I'd like to see more, actually.
Well, more time for those teams. The timing of some of those trips for some teams are a little bit tough in terms of the travel, but their appearances there mean so much more to grow the game globally.
And here are the Cavaliers now. The Knicks making the shot. Dellavedova, the pass to Windler. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova.
Well, a big reason why Dellavedova is out there is because he can see who's available.
Here's Trier. Jacks up a three. Windler with the rebound.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Over to the wing. Here's McKinney. Back to Dellavedova. Launches it. Robinson with the block. Here's Nance. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. And Gibson kicks to Ellington. Here's Ntilikina. Windler with the rebound. Cleveland's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. The pass to McKinney. On the wing, Nance. Guarded by Robinson. Fades back. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Here's Ntilikina. Brent, a few players now host podcasts, participate with those elements, with those vehicles during the season. Any thoughts on that?
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic for our fan base and for our players to have an outlet, to have conversations and share a little bit more about their personality. It grows them as people, I think, Kevin, especially I've listened to J.J. Redick's many times over, and you learn something new, not only about players, but about their interests and how they're spending time. And I think if you were a young player, let's say you were a high school senior, and you're a college player, and you're listening to some of the things that guys are talking about in their experiences, I think it's invaluable for what it is that you don't know exists around a player in the NBA, and for you to start having considerations about how difficult the task is, how mentally taxing. So these things are great outlets for the players.
The Knicks making a switch here. Knox is checked in. .107 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Ntilikina passes to Trier. 4 on the shot clock. They could use a bucket. And it's Zizic with the rebound.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
Back to Dellavedova. Over Ellington. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Inside, here's Knox. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Just way too easy as Kevin Knox rises up for the dunk.
And here is Dellavedova. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Dante Exum. Dante, still a young guy in this league. What do you want to focus on with your development?
You know, I think it's just staying in the defensive end. You know, sometimes in the heat of the play, you kind of lose sight of it, and it's just about staying in there and just helping your teammates out. So,
a very young guy on a very good team. Thank you, Dante. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.